Greetings, class, and welcome to week 13. This week, you just get me. No animals or action figures. I apologize for that. It takes a long time to animate the lips on those things, let me tell you. Okay. So, this week, we are going to talk about alien encounters. And first question is, what do aliens look like? Now, don't all answer at once because there's a whole lot of different answers here, which is why I'm going to go through this with a slideshow as opposed to answering with a bunch of words. So here's one. Anyone know what kind of alien this is? It's a very standard alien autopsy type alien, probably the same ones that showed up at Area 51. This is what we call the Greys. The aliens that have they're little tiny guys, but they have nice big probes. I don't know what the probes are for. They have multiple uses, okay, but they're always probing things. Here's an alien right here, a Vulcan. Strangely, he looks just like a normal person with like freaky eyebrows and not the best haircut and large ears. Who knows? Maybe that is what aliens look like on the other side of the galaxy. Here we have another one. This is E.T. He looks similar to the Greys, but he doesn't have a probe. He has that finger thing instead, but he only uses that for good. We also have the evil version of Spock, too. So this is parallel universe Spock. Notice his evilness is denoted by his facial hair. So if you ever meet a double of someone and they have facial hair like this, that means they're evil. Here we have one of the many alien life forms from the Star Wars series. So here we have Greedo. I don't remember what Greedo's race or species is actually called. Okay, the only thing I know is that he shoots first. Just kidding. Han Solo shoots first. Killer clowns. So there are clowns in outer space that look like this. Okay, and they wrap people up in cotton candy. Creepy as hell. Here is one of the alien drones from the movie This Island Earth, which, if any of you have actually seen it, it was probably watching Mystery Science Theater because they make fun of this film all the time for very good reason. At the time, this was like the most expensive alien costume ever. Cost, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then they put the guy in it and he could barely move, and it's, looks like... Yeah, he's trying to do a dance or something like that as he's chasing after the good guy. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. But classic, iconic alien. Here we have Stitch. Stitch is an alien. He's could be very dangerous, but he's sweet. Kind of reminds me of my dog, actually. And then here we have a Predator. I don't remember if this is one of the big ones or the little ones. But as we know, they like to hunt humans and rip out their skulls and spines and keep them as trophies. Okay? So those are all varieties of aliens. So what do we expect from aliens in sci-fi films? Our expectations are going to vary because of this, because of the different types of life forms, the good ones, the bad ones. So some of the things we expect from them: wipe out civilization, to be our friends, like Stitch, to conduct bizarre medical experiments, to bring us advanced technology, to use us as cocoons, to overstay their welcome, to alter the course of evolution, to eat us, to enslave us, to cure our illnesses, to hide in plain sight. These are all various narratives that we see with alien films, and I would love to be able to show you examples of all these because they're just so many great movies, but we only have time for one, so we'll talk about some of them, but there's only one we can watch. So we're going to watch Alien this week, which I think is a very fitting film and a fitting title because we're talking about aliens. Okay. So it's from 1979, directed by Ridley Scott. I actually went to go see this movie in theaters in 1979, and I was very young when I did it. Too young, because I had like nightmares for weeks, but just letting you know, I have a personal connection to this film. I saw Star Wars in theaters too. So our synopsis: mining cargo vessel sets down on an alien planet after receiving a stress call. The crew encounters an alien life form. It all goes downhill from there, as you could probably expect. So this is essentially a horror film set in outer space. with the spaceship as the haunted house. So we've already talked about cross-genre films a little bit. This is definitely a cross-genre film. It's equal parts sci-fi and horror put together, which is what you often get with movies about aliens. So this utilizes the designs of artist H.R. Giger, who specialized in biomechanoid drawings, so human plus mechanical. And a lot of those mechanical parts, and I guess the humanoid parts, tend to be very highly sexualized. And that's definitely goes for the monster in this particular film. So it's now spawned 3 sequels. So we had Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and then Alien Resurrection. So we had the first 4. And then we've got the 2 prequels, Prometheus, and then, what was the other one? Covenant, Alien Covenant. I'm not including the Alien versus Predator films, okay? They don't count because they suck. I'm sorry. You might be of a different opinion, but I can't even watch them. I can watch the Predator films, I can watch the Alien films, but you put the 2 together and they just don't work for me. I'm sorry. So our questions for this week. Number 1, why does the ship sit down on LV-426? So we know that there's a distress call. Okay, you could make that part of your answer, but there's another reason for that. Why is the crew ill-equipped to deal with the alien? Are these folks, rough and tough heroes ready to fight against an alien? Let's talk about that. Why are they kind of ill-equipped to deal with this or anything? Number 2, how is the alien's appearance crucial to the film's horror and science fiction tendencies? So that H.R. Giger design, that biomechanoid design, does that play into this? Number 3, what is Ash's relationship to the alien? This is important and will help us segue into our topic for next week. Number 4, why is blank the only survivor? I want to try not to do a spoiler here. If you've seen this film and the sequels, then you know, and you can start talking about it already. But for those of you who haven't, I want to leave that blank. So you'll figure out who the only survivor is because it's the only person really left. And I'm not talking about the cat. Those of you who are like animal lovers, the cat survives. So just want to let you know that. But why is this person the only survivor? And what are the skills, etc., that this person has? And number 5, why did this film spawn 5 pre and sequels? So why did someone decide to expand this universe? Obviously, this requires you to speculate to a certain extent, but there's some tangibles here we want to grab onto. So enjoy this film, whether you're seeing it for the first time or you haven't seen it in a while or you just watched it last week. You can watch it again. Enjoy this film, and I will see you folks next week.